I am super excited today because today we are continuing on with my full face of series. So in the past I have done Essence, Catrice and Primark, and today we are going to be doing Makeup Revolution. So I've got a big old haul here. We're going to go through everything. I've picked up some new products and I'm also going to be using some products that were already in my collection. I already had a few things from Revolution, but I did have to pick up the majority of these things. I'm really excited. It's going to be a mostly first impression, so I always love doing these videos. I'm so excited to continue with this little series. Let me know down below what brands you want to see next. I really want to do e.l.f., but I mean, little side note, e.l.f.'s got so expensive. £15 for a powder? Oh my god, but I'm going to say this now, if this video gets 150 likes, I will continue. Maybe I'll do e.l.f., maybe I'll do another brand, let me know down below. But just before we do jump into the video, 68% of you guys are not subscribed to my YouTube channel and we're trying so hard to hit 6k. If you would like to help out the channel, definitely like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below for the algorithm, it really helps me out. As I said, I want to continue doing these full face of drugstore brands. I do a lot of project panning, a lot of bright, fun, colourful makeup, so if that sounds like a good time to you, then definitely stick around, join our little family, because, I don't know, I think we have a great old time here, and I mean, I love it here, but I'm a little bit biased, clearly. So, I ordered a full face, however, we did actually get 2 freebies. So the first thing, I won't go too much into this is Revolution Hair. This is the R-Peptide 4x4 Recolor Protect Mist. That's a foreign language to me. Now, it came in this little bottle, as you can see, super cute little bottle, lovely. Now, this leaked everywhere. This, it smells nice, which is great, because all of my makeup now smells like this, because this oh, yeah, it's just leaked all over my hand again. Can you see that? Yeah, it's leaking. So I'm going to put that down, because I don't really know what that's used for, and it scares me a little bit. But the second thing, our second little freebie, I thought we could use today. It's a cute little hairband. So I know obviously my hair is back already, but I mean, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? So I'm gonna pop this on. It's not really my aesthetic. I'm very kind of not pink, but here we go. Wow. Oh my god, my forehead is huge. Let's pull that down a little bit, shall we? Oh my god, look. Is this really distracting? I feel like it will be really distracting. You know what? Maybe that's for off camera. Maybe that's for off camera. Thank you, Revolution, for the freebies. But I probably won't use them. But let's start. So normally I don't actually do any primer or skincare on camera. However, I do already own a little Revolution moisturizer. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna put it to the test. As I said, full face of Revolution, we might as well. So this is the Revolution Miracle Cream, and this is a dupe for, I think, the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and I have actually used this before. This is not something that I bought in the haul. This was something that was actually decluttered to me by my mum. She has very, very sensitive skin, so she breaks out and gets really bad allergic reactions, and this unfortunately gave her an allergic reaction, so I'm gonna try it today. Hopefully this doesn't give me an allergic reaction, because I can't be doing that. So this has like an almost like perfumey smell. It's not like intense or anything like that. Oh, it's like medium. It's not like thick, but it's kind of like a medium thickness. I'm just gonna pop that on my skin. I'm kind of almost use this as a primer. I do say in a lot of my videos, I don't really use primer. I just moisturize my skin because my skin is dry. So do keep that in mind with some of these products. My skin is dry, so if they're super drying, they may not work for me, but they may work for you if you have more oily skin. Okay, that feels nice. Just feels like a moisturizer. We'll see if it does anything absolutely magic and wonderful. I did do my skincare this morning, however, it is currently 1:50 in the afternoon. So I thought just a bit of a hydration boost. That'd be lovely. So I actually was a bit spoilt for choice with Revolution foundations. I own quite a lot of Revolution foundations because I generally really like them. So I had the choice of this demon. If you've been on my channel before, you will know I hate this foundation so much. This is the IRL filter. It is just the thickest thing you've ever used in your life, and it makes my fine lines look, I mean, they're here, you know, I'm 80 years old. But because I hate that foundation so much, I thought, you know what, I'm not going to be using that. I also love this foundation from Revolution. This is the matte base. I have 2 of them. This is actually my holy grail foundation. However, unfortunately, this is actually discontinued. If I ever am lucky enough to do a collab with Revolution, I'm going to force them to bring this back because discontinuing this was criminal. But there was another foundation that I thought, you know what, I could use, I already own. This is the Conceal and Hydrate foundation, and I really, really like this. This is a really, really nourishing foundation. If you have dry skin, this is going to be really, really nice for you. Some foundations make your skin feel like it's been sucked of all the moisture. This really doesn't. This is really, really nice. So I have the shade F2. So I'm going to use this. Again, this is not a new product. This is one that I already owned. So I'm going to just pop this on. My skin's looking a little bit better today. I've had a ride with my acne recently. I don't know what has happened, but it has not been my friend. My skin has not in fact cared. So hopefully this is going to have enough coverage just to clear that all up, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my Sigma brush. I already know that this foundation's so nice. I don't like things that are like glowy and dewy. I feel like if you buy a foundation that is marketed as hydrating, it's too much. It makes me look oily and it makes me look just like shiny, and I don't like that. I want to be hydrated without looking like the Tin Man, you know? I want to be hydrated while still kind of looking like I've not run a marathon on a really sunny day. That'd be really nice. This one is just so good. It gives a slight hydrated shine, as you can kind of see there. I look healthy, but I don't look glowy and I don't look intensely shiny. I just don't like that. Like, yes, my skin is dry and it needs some extra help. It needs some extra hydration. It doesn't need like that, you know, it doesn't need that. But this is just a nice product. I don't know if you can see the slight kind of glow that it gives. It's not really, there you go, you can kind of see. It's just like a healthy, hydrated glow. Most of the time, Revolution base products are really, really good. I've really, really liked a lot of them. As I kind of said before, the IRL filter can burn, honestly. I'm happy if I never see that again. But other than that, they've all been really, really good. I have used a lot of them in the past as well, and I've already project panned them and gone through them and loved them. I've generally been really, really happy with Revolution base products. So, you know, I'm feeling okay. There are a few things in this video I will kind of spoiler alert a little bit. They are scaring me a little bit. I've not even used them on my face yet, and I'm a little bit wary of them, so we'll see. But for right now, foundation is looking pretty good. It's not covered up all my acne spots. I do have some peeking through here, but that's okay. Okay, so this is where the first impressions truly start. Next is concealer. So I decided to pick up the Conceal and Define. Now, I have used the Conceal and Hydrate before, and I've loved that. However, I didn't want to rebuy that because it wouldn't be a first impression. It would be a repurchase. So I decided to try this one out. I'm a little bit scared because, again, I do have dry skin. So I'm worried that this may be a little bit too drying for me. I'm hoping that it's not. So this is quite a pale shade. I learnt from my mistakes. In my last few first impressions and like try-ons, I have got products, especially base products, that are way too dark for me. So I decided to go for the shade 0.01 because I thought surely that's not going to be too dark. And it's not. I think that's a nice brightening concealer shade for me. So I'm good. Oh, I forgot about the smell of these. The Conceal and Hydrate had the same smell. I don't even know how I would describe that. It's a pleasant smell. It's not like gross, but yeah, It's a very unique smell. I don't really know how to describe that smell very much, but it's got a smell. So let's see. It'd be interesting to see how much more dry it is compared to the Conceal and Hydrate, if there is actually any difference. I mean, the coverage is good. I remember the coverage being good on the Conceal and Hydrate as well. So my red nose has calmed down, which is great. I'm trying to find my little hand mirror and I just don't know where it's gone. Oh, found it. First place I looked. Okay, so now I have started just blending my concealer out with a sponge instead of doing it with a brush, because I just feel like it takes up a lot of the excess straight away. I did struggle with a little bit of like creasy under eyes, so if you're experiencing that as well, just go in straight in with a sponge, skip the brush, because normally with my foundation I like to do the brush first to really build up the coverage and then use the sponge to kind of take off the excess and make it a little bit less cakey. But no, with concealer, it is straight in with a sponge. Okay, I mean, very good coverage. I remember when this first came out, everyone was raving about the coverage, and yeah, that looks good. Let's look. Okay, I don't think it looks too drying. I was really scared that it would just be really, really drying, but no, that's nice. Loving that, really nice. I have full faith in Revolution base products. However, the powder, I'm really scared about this powder, not gonna lie. So remember how I said I hated the IRL Filter Foundation? Well, the only powder that I could find was this. This is the IRL powder, which just the IRL name makes me shudder a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. This is very similar to the SheGlam Insta Ready. It's a pressed powder on the top with a loose powder on the bottom, so almost like a 2-in-1 kind of powder product. This would be perfect for travel, but I'm just hoping that the powder does not follow in the footsteps of the foundation. So packaging, cheap. Like this packaging is really cheap. You can probably hear it. Not great. So let's compare it with the SheGlam Insta Ready. So the SheGlam Insta Ready does not have that. Here, I'm tapping that. And then tapping that. That's not my nail. It's just like clanky. So packaging, I mean, the SheGlam wins for packaging because SheGlam feels heavier, even though I've completely used up the loose powder side and I have a massive pan on the pressed. So that's a little bit, okay. It does feel a little bit cheap. It doesn't have a smell or anything like that. So, I don't know, we'll see. Oh, I nearly broke it already. Can you see that? Oh my God, I've got to show you this. So I just tried to open it and I'm like pushing, I can push the thing open. Can you? I can literally force open the packaging if I just twist it. Okay, I'm scared about that. I hope you saw that properly because, So yeah, very, very cheap packaging. The loose side doesn't smell of anything either. So I'm just going to use my powder puff and just pray that this is not like super, super thick. Because as I said, just the words IRL and Revolution. Oh, I'd rather not. I'd rather not, but let's go. I'm gonna pop this under my eyes, pray and hope and beg. Oh, okay. Well, from afar, it looks quite nice. I'm too scared to look up close just yet. But from afar, it looks quite smoothing. It looks quite brightening, which is what we want to see. Okay, are we ready to look in the mirror? I'm a little bit scared, not gonna lie. Okay. Oh no, that's nice. That's just smoothed really nicely. It doesn't look heavy. It doesn't look cakey. Oh, thank God. I was really worried. I'm just gonna kind of set my T-zone with the loose, and then we'll set the rest of the face with the pressed. Oh, yeah, this was one that I was very, very scared about, but I think we've got away with it. Just the words IRL, guys. Oh my God, I was worried. I was worried. You know what? Yeah, that's nice. And now I'm going to go in to the pressed side and hope that this one is also not going to ruin my makeup. There's quite a lot of kick up in that. Can you see? Like, there's a lot of kick up. Okay. Right, let's go. Pop this on. It's quite pale. It's giving me a slight cast, which is interesting. Maybe it's because I used too much. Yeah, it's better on this side. So from afar, it looks pretty good again. I'll do my nose. And I'll just kind of sweep off the excess under the eyes as well. Yeah, that's nice. It doesn't look heavy. Oh, it looks a little bit heavy maybe on my forehead. But other than that, I'm quite happy with that. My forehead is looking a little bit heavy. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see. This is hopefully a bit of a better angle. It's not bad. My cheeks look great. You can still see a little bit of blemishes here, but that doesn't really bother me. Like, look at that one. Don't even get me started. Yeah, I'm looking good. I'm looking smooth. My nose is having a few issues, but I mean, my nose is very problematic anyway. Yeah, okay. So far, I think I'd be rating this an 8 out of 10, I think. Maybe 8.5 for the base, which I think is really good. So now let's move on to bronzer. I'm really excited about this because this looks so up my street. This is the Revolution Bronzer Reloaded, and I have the shade Long Weekend. It is one of those domed products, and it looks to have a little bit of a sheen in it, which is just so up my street. I love me a bronzer with a nice glow because, again, I have dry skin and it makes me look a little bit more alive. This looks dark. It does look a bit dark. Let's swatch it. That's what it looks like. It's very, very warm. Oh no, I think that'll be a good shade for me actually. It's very warm toned. This might be one of my most warm tone bronzers. That's okay. We're gonna see. We're gonna use a fluffy brush because I do like using fluffy brushes with super shimmery bronzers because it just diffuses that sparkle a little bit and it makes it look a little bit less intense. I'm using like the tiniest amount. Oh, I like that though. Can you see that slight shine on my forehead? It's quite shiny actually, especially for a day like today. England's having like a mini heat wave before we get rain again. And just a shimmery bronzer on a really nice day, there is literally nothing better than that. It's very, very firmly pressed. That's something that I will say. So it's a little bit difficult to get pigmentation from it, but that's okay. You just kind of have to go in a bit. Okie dokie. And then I'll just go down my nose very, very quickly. That's a really nice bronzer. I like that. Very firmly pressed, like I said. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But I mean, nice. I was expecting this to be really, really dark. But it's not. It's a nice shade for me. I do like a more dark, deep bronzer. I don't know, it just makes me feel a little bit more glam. Normally, people with my skin tone, obviously it depends on everyone, everyone's so different, but I know that a lot of people with my skin tones like to go for more kind of light bronzers. I go for bronzers more catered towards medium skin tones because it's just my preference, it's what I like. That's really, really nice though. I do like that. Packaging, bit cheap. I think this is going to break, to be honest. I did have one of the blush reloadeds like a while ago and it broke pretty quickly. So we'll see if the packaging has changed in the past few years. Don't think it has. Just from what I can feel, don't think it's changed that much. So I'm going to be quite careful with that. So for blush, this is actually a new product. It's been going around the internet recently and you know what? I'm intrigued. I've got to pick this up. This is a blush trio. This is the Revolution Icon Blush, and I have the shade Authentic Peach. This has got a cream, a powder, and then a really glowy powder as well. And I think I might try all three, even though I've set my face, which I do this all the time. I always set my face and then forget that I have cream products to try. I'm not the biggest cream person anyway. Oh, I don't like that. Can you hear that? It's not, the cream flap isn't like kept down. You see? It's just kind of like flying away. So that's kind of annoying, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. So you know what? I might swatch. Let's do some swatching. Where's my makeup wipes? Here they are. So I'm hoping that this cream works okay on top of powder. I am going to be quite careful with it, but let's Ooh, that's very creamy. Okay. That looks pink. A little bit scared. Okay. I love the little like embossing on this though. That's cool. And then the shimmer. Oh wow, that's shimmery. So they're the 3 shades. Let's swatch them. We have the cream. That's definitely more pink than peach. Then the powder looks like that. That's got a little bit more orange to it. And then the glowy blush. Ooh, that's nice. I'm going to use all 3, I think, because why not? Let's do a big old blush look. And these are the swatches a little bit closer up. Okay, let's go then. I'm going to be very, very gentle with the cream because obviously I have powdered and I forgot. Oh, I see an issue. So I just dipped into the cream, and because this isn't on a hinge, it's just like flapping around. You have to hold it. I know it's like a really, like no one actually is bothered by that, but it is like a bit of an inconvenience. Okay, I don't really know how pigmented this is going to be, so I'm just going to dip in lightly and just... Ooh, okay, pigmented. Please don't break up my foundation. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. The brush I use for cream products is the Beauty Crop F212 angled powder brush. I got this in a mystery box, and it's a really dense blush brush, and it's really good for cream products. It has not brought up my foundation. Amazing. And let's catch up this other side. I can tell this is going to be a very blushy look, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. We love a blushy look. Again, the weather is beautiful today, so if I can't wear a blush look today, when can I, you know? I'm going to go on my chin. I love to blush my chin and also the tip of my nose. I don't know why I do the tip of my nose, because I work so hard to get the redness around my nose to go away, and then I just blush it again. So, I don't know. There is no method to that madness. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with this matte powder, just a little bit, because that was pigmented, and I'm just going to very, very carefully go over the top of that. Okay, that's nice. I was kind of half expecting it to be a little bit patchy, because putting a powder straight on a cream, I don't know, like, but that works really nicely. That works really well. I was really intrigued about this product when it first released. It's not been out for that long, but it reminds me of the Patrick Tar blushes and also the Cover FX blushes as well, and they have been on my wish list for the longest time, but I've refused to buy them because they're so expensive, and I'm not really a cream product person, so I know that half of it would get neglected quite quickly, and I'm not paying like 50 quid for a blush duo to just use the powder. So now that Revolution's come out with this one, I really, really like it because it's not too expensive, but I can also like live that fantasy, you know? I can pretend to be bougie. Okay, I really don't understand what just happened because I had nearly finished this video. I had done the eye look, and then my camera just decided to stop filming and it didn't save the file on my card. So I've had to wipe the eye look off because we're gonna have to do it again. So where I got up to, it's a good job that my camera cuts off after half an hour because only the first half an hour saved. Great. So what I got up to is this blush palette. I had just put this on, or I was about to try this. I love this thing so much. This is not glowy to the point where it makes you look like a Tin Man. It is just really, really beautiful. It doesn't emphasize my texture or my pores, which is something that I really thought would happen, particularly with super, super glowy and intense makeup looks and super intense cheek products. Sometimes they can just like really make your pores look like massive holes and craters in your face, but this is really blurred and been really, really beautiful. So I really do love this. I don't like the fact that this is just chilling because when it's closed, it does rattle. So that's something that I'm really not keen on. I would like it to be a bit stiffer, but I mean, hey, it's Makeup Revolution, like, you know, it's fine. I'm sure I'll give them a pass. The colour's great. I feel a little bit intense using 3 blushes in one look, but that's okay. So now let's move on to highlight. I actually already have this on my face because, like I said, I just had to go back and just do everything again, but that's okay. This is the Revolution Highlight Reloaded in the shade Just My Type. I was a little bit worried because I was thinking that this was going to be a bit too dark for me because the 2 lighter shades on the website were actually sold out, so I really wasn't sure if this was going to be right. So I'll put a little bit more on. Why not? You can see it is so blinding. This thing is intense and I'm like loving it. It is slightly too dark when you turn your face. I have got a tiny bit of a cast. Let me swatch this for you. I've already swatched it for you, but let me swatch it again. Oh my God, I've swatched eyeliners and they're so hard to get off. Okay, I'm scrubbing these eyeliners off. That is the highlight. You can see it's got a slight cast when you have the shadow, but this is such a nice product. Wherever I put it, oh my God. The end of this video is not going well, but that's okay. The products work so well. The products are so nice. This, again, I said before, it's almost got a film to it, but in a good way. Sometimes I say that products have a film on them and it's like in a really bad, kind of patchy, almost chalky way. This is almost like a smoothing effect kind of way. It is really, really nice. It is like a filter on my face and I'm really, really impressed with this highlight. I think this is a real staple product. I absolutely love this. I think this is amazing. I wish you could have seen my first impression of this, but that's okay. That's fine. I'm really mad. I don't know what's happened, but I'm just really hoping that my eyes aren't gonna start leaking now because I've had to wipe an eye look off, but that's fine. I'm really mad. I'm really annoyed. I'm really annoyed. I don't know what happened. My camera just turned off and was like, no, deal with it. So whatever. So now I'm going to move on to the eyeshadow palette. Now, technically this is a second impression because I kind of know how these things work now. So I'm sorry, but after the eyeshadow palette, then it will be back to first impressions. So forgive me. This is the Revolution, what is this called? The Vibrant Icon palette. This has 1 cream, 6 foils, and 5 powders in here. And I love this little set out because if you're in like a little bit of a lazy mood or if you're trying to get into colour but you don't quite know what to do, if you use one of the mattes and then one of the shimmers all over the lid, boom, you've got a great eye look. Stick on some big lashes, some big liner, and you are rocking the world. So I'm going to swatch this palette again and I am going to tell you my thoughts on this. To be honest, it might be a good thing that I've got like insider information now because then I can like tell you the real deal, okay? So this white is a cream. Now, I said I was worried about this cream because if these shades kind of need a white cream base to work, like how pigmented are they actually? You know, how pigmented are they actually going to be if they're going to need a white cream? But I'm going to swatch them for you. This white cream, very, very pigmented. As you can see, we're going to swatch the orange matte, which is very, very pigmented. The yellow matte, which is very, very pigmented. Like this palette, she's pigmented. She's pigmented. This is a pressed powder palette as well. Technically not meant to be used around the eyes, but we're rebellious, so what can I say? And then these are the last 3 mattes. We have the pink, the blue, and the green. So the blue and the green mattes don't swatch the best. I don't know why, but I mean, you will see in a minute, they perform really, really well. I wish I didn't know this information. I wish we could just be doing this first time with me and you as best buds, but that's fine. So next we have a really bright shimmer white, a orange, and a gold. So you can see the gold is a different formula. And I'm really confused about that because the rest of the shades are kind of like a thick, they're still intense, they're still like shimmery shimmers, but I don't really know why the gold is more of like this foiled shade. So we have the white. This is kind of like a no base kind of white. It's one of those whites with just like real like intense reflect to it instead of like a base pigment, you know? It's just a super shimmery white. The orange is a little bit lackluster, not gonna lie. It's got almost like a red base with orange shimmery bits in it. Then the yellow is just like insanity. There's definitely differences in quality between the shimmers of these palettes, of this palette, definitely. So then I'm gonna swatch the pink, the blue, and the green. We have pink, blue, and green. So that's the palette swatched. Some of the shimmers are a little bit lackluster, not gonna lie. I would have liked for them to be like super intense, but that could just be me being spoilt by indie duochrome and indie craziness. So could be me just being a spoiled little brat, you know, could be. I'm literally stopping recording after like every section just to make sure that that thing doesn't happen again where it just stops recording and I lose everything. So if it is a little bit janky, I'm really, really sorry. I'm going to try to make it not janky, but I also would like some footage to edit tonight, you know? So I'm going to start with the white. Now, I made a mistake in the first video, in the first take of this. You need the tiniest amount. I've dipped him twice. And let's go. This is pigmented. This is intense. Okay, start with a little and then blend it out. This is almost like face paint. You know, it's almost like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this formula. Like, look at that. That's intense. Ah, that's intense. And I'm hoping that this is gonna be like an eye base built into it and that it's not just a white face paint. So it is creasing already. It creases quick. You can see that is full pigmentation, like Snazzaroo has entered the chat right now. I was gonna use this as a mirror. I was like, why is that not working? Put that down. Use this. Okay. Yeah, look at the creasing in that. It is quite intense. Can you see? But that's okay. Before it dries, we're gonna have to blend this out real quick. And I am just gonna kind of tap it around the edges just to make it blend a little bit. I don't know if I would use this every time I use this palette, to be honest. I do think that this is, it's all right to have if you're having shades that are having trouble like showing up. But I mean, spoiler alert, these shades are really, really pigmented, so I don't know if I would use this all that much. I'm not the biggest fan of creams anyway. It is what it is. So I'm going to use my beauty blender because it does look a little bit thick. So I do just want to take off some of that excess and make sure that it is smooth. There we go. I'm looking pasty, but that's the vibe. So I'm going to go in with the yellow matte here first. I mean, the good thing about doing this all again is that I A, know what I'm doing, B, know that I really like the end look, and C, I have all my brushes out. I don't have to look for brushes. This is great. Maybe I should do that. No, I shouldn't do this more often. Stressed me out to high heaven. That's okay. As you can see, these shades are really, really pigmented. I'm very intrigued to see them without this white base underneath. I'm kind of intrigued to see if they're still as impactful with just like a normal eye base underneath. But I don't know. I think they will be. I think they're a really, really solid formula. And I'm just kind of blending it with itself. I'm not going to use any other shades to blend these shades out. I'm just going to put them on and then use them to blend themselves. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So that's the yellow. Like really, really pigmented, really, really nice. Like just look at that. That's an intense yellow. A lot of the time yellow is like quite hard to get very pigmented because it is a light shade. Sometimes they are quite hard to see and to show up, but I mean, look at that. That is yellow. So now I'm gonna go in with the green on a bit more of a fluffy brush and go in on the center of this look. And I'm gonna blend it into the yellow, keep it kind of in the center, and again, just blend it out with itself a little bit. And that is so pigmented as well. I was really worried about the blue and the green in particular because they're the shades that didn't really swatch very well. I don't really know why they didn't swatch that well. Maybe they're a drier formula because on the eyes, it looks really, really nice. And I'm just gonna blend that. I'm trying not to take it too far up. I am still trying to just keep it in the crease area. But I mean, it's hard. Me and colour, I just want to go all out all the time. So that is the green. My eye is not leaking so far, touch wood. And then I'm gonna go with the blue on the outer corner and blend it up into the green. Okay. I love this. I think this is such like a fun spring look. The weather is so nice today. And this is exactly what I needed. Not the camera shutting off and not saving my file. That's not what I needed. But this eye look, this is what I needed. I'll stop going on about it now, I promise. But it's really goddamn annoying. Okay. So this is a really, really simple eye look. But also like using the shades as well and getting some use on the shades. Something that I did say is obviously there's no depth in this palette. They're all just one tone. I guess like these two could be deepening shades. Like this could deepen this. So fair enough, you've got that. But they are very one-toned shades and color stories, which obviously if you're buying this palette, you already know that. But I would love like a deepening shade. But I have so many eyeshadow palettes. I'm sure if I really wanted to, I could just go and dip into another palette and I'll be fine. And then I'm going to bring those shades that I put in the crease down on the lower lash line just to make things super cohesive and beautiful and springy and just I really love a blue, green, yellow colour story. But I actually don't think I've done a blue-green colour story with just like one tone of each. Normally I go like super intense and like black and smoky. I don't think I've done like a nice airy spring version of this colour story, which like I need to because this is so pretty. So those are the mattes, no skipping, no like pigmentation issues, no patchiness. Like I'm absolutely in awe of this. Like, this is crazy. Like, look how stunning that looks. They've blended beautifully. Cannot complain whatsoever. Okay, so now it's time to add on some shimmers. Now, this yellow, I do have a theory. My theory is, and it goes for quite a few drugstore brands, I think when a drugstore brand is coming out with a colour story like this, they obviously want a super intense, like, glittery shade. However, I don't think they have the budget to do it for every shade. So my theory is, and Catrice have also done this, I think, with the My Jewels, My Rules palette, they take the shade that they think is going to be most used. So this is like a neutral gold, which normally is like a really, really common shade in palettes. And they make the most commonly used shade really intense and vibrant and crazy. And then they kind of make the other shades like less so. That's my theory. I think I'm right in that because I've seen it a few times in a few drugstore palettes. Let me know if you've seen that because I think I'm right. I think I am. So I'm gonna go in with the blue and I'm just gonna do the same thing that we did in the crease but on the lid. I'm gonna start with the blue and I'm bringing it up a little bit into the crease. And same on the other side, the blue. This is actually really, really nice. Considering it didn't swatch very well, it's still really pigmented and really shimmery. So I'm quite surprised. I'm quite gladly surprised with that. Then I'm going to go in with the green shimmer on the middle part of this look, and again, bring it up into the crease a little bit. Try and blend it with that blue as much as I can as well. And up again. Oh my god, it kind of matches my nails today. Like the vibes kind of match my nails. Spring and like pastel. That was definitely planned. Wasn't. Okay, pretty. And then I'm going to go in with the super intense gold and pop this on the lid. You can definitely see a kind of shimmer difference in this shade. Like the difference between like the glimmer is quite intense. This is definitely a different formula to the other shimmers. Okay, and that is the eye look done. Look at that. We finally caught up. Yay! But this is the eye look. No leaking eyes, which thank God. Okay. I was getting stressed there. I was getting stressed. Doesn't take much to make me stressed, but that really did. Okay, so now I'm going to use the eyeliner that I bought, and this is the Revolution Duochrome eyeliner, and this is in the shade Deep Space Blue. It's like a purple to blue kind of deep toned eyeliner, and of course I see a blue duochrome eyeliner, I have to buy it. So this is what it looks like. It is quite thick. It's quite firm, but that is the shade there. It's kind of a blue, green, purple. It's got like more of a teal in it as well. And I actually wanted to swatch this next to the Essence X Superman that I bought very recently. Now, I don't think I should have bought, okay. Oh, wow. I don't think I should have bought both of these because, I mean, you can see they're so similar. I do think the Revolution, which is on the top, has more of a greeny tealiness. And then the bottom one, which is Essence, definitely has more of a pure blueness to it. But should I have bought both of these in like the same month? Probably not. I probably should have got a different shade of this, but in hindsight, that's fine. This is more stiff than the Essence. So if you do own the Essence, this is more creamy than the Revolution, but that's okay. We're going to try and do a bit of a wing with this. So I'm going to pop this along the lash line. It is a little bit difficult to get on the eye. I don't know, kind of waxy. That's the texture that I'd kind of describe it as, like a waxy kind of texture. And then I'm going to try and do a wing with this. My eyelids are quite loose. There's a lot of kind of extra skin. So doing wings with these kind of products is quite hard. And I can't really press down too hard either because, I mean, it's my eye. It doesn't seem as pigmented. Obviously, I'm putting blue on top of a blue, so it's kind of going to be a little bit difficult to see. But I don't know. I'm feeling a bit... You know, this is okay. It's fine. I'm going to pop it in the waterline as well. Like, it goes on fine. It is a little bit stubborn, especially compared to the Essence, because the Essence is, like, in a league of its own, to be honest. Like, the Essence is a dream product to work with. You can't really see the shimmeriness in it that much. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Can you see the shimmeriness of this? I mean, it's nice. It's, like, a nice pencil product, but... I don't know, I'm going to catch up the other eye now. I'd be interested to see this just kind of like on its own or on a very, very neutral eye look. Oh my god, Stan has been kicking my camera literally all day. So I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, it is a little bit stubborn. It's not the worst thing in the world by far, but like it's fine. It's okay, it's nice. I'm going to just do the other wing. Matching up wings is like my nightmare. I think... if I hadn't have tried the Essence, maybe I'd have liked this a bit more. But because obviously I have tried the Essence and I love the Essence eyeliner, maybe I just prefer it a bit more. I do like this. It's fine. It's nice. It's not something I'd like rave about though, you know? It's fine. It's a decent product. I don't really think you can see much shine in it though. I don't think you can see much duochrome in it. I do kind of regret buying two of very, very similar shades because I mean, Now I've got two pretty identical makeup products in my collection within like not very long time, but that's okay. Oh, I forgot as well. I did actually put the white shimmer on the inner corner. I'm gonna tap that on, and that is so blinding and beautiful. Definitely need to remember to do that. Boom. Okay. Absolutely stunning. Okay, I'm back with my brows and my lashes on. I just put eyeshadow in my brows every day. Like, I don't do my brows. And my lashes are from Pout Lashes. So now we have a lip duo to try out. Now, I'm a little bit scared because I really don't think these two are going to go together, but we're going to try. We're going to try our best. Now, this is the part of the video where I get scared again because that dreaded IRL comes back. This is the IRL lip liner and it is in the shade Chai Nude. This is quite a pink shade and it's quite pale. So I don't know how well this is going to go. We're going to try our best. So very pink, like I said. Oh, wow. What kind of chai is that? To me, chai is like brown. Is that just me? That's definitely not chai in my opinion, but who am I? I'm going to put this on. This is definitely not, oh my God, that's so pale. This is definitely not going to go with the lipstick that I'm going to use today. Wow. Okay, that is so pale. Can you see that? Oh my God. I kind of want to just fill in my whole lip just to see what this lip color looks like on me. I'm going to do it. Just because I'm really curious. I'm going to be covering this straight up. Oh my God, I hate it. Oh my God, I don't like it. What kind of chai is this? This is Concealer Lips meets Elle Woods. Like, that's not chai. That's not chai. I hate this. I'm going to cover this up like straight away. This is not actually a first impression. This is a lipstick that I've loved for so long. And thank God, because this needs help. This is the shade Mocha Shine in the Lip Pout, I think it's called. This is such a beautiful formula. It's one of those stick kind of glossy formulas, but this actually has a little bit of a mintiness to it as well. So obviously this is not gonna go with this lip liner, but we're just gonna cover this up and hope for the best. They kind of mix together to make, I don't know what kind of shade, a kind of pinky nude. We'll go with that. I don't think it goes with this look. What do you think? Maybe. It's kind of like a neutral pink-ish. What do you think? Pretty? Does it go or not? I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it how it is because technically this is a full face of Revolution and I don't really want to add anything else to it, obviously apart from my lashes. But this is not going to be used very much by me, I don't think. What kind of chai is that? I do not understand. So let's zoom you in and let's have a look at the full face of Revolution. Okay, up close and personal. Let's start with the base first. I'm loving it. I feel hydrated. I don't feel like crusty, dusty and dry. The foundation obviously is one that I already knew I loved, but I really do like it. It's not settling into my fine lines too much. My smile lines are definitely the place where things like to settle in the most. I don't know if it's the foundation or the powder doing this magic, but there is like nothing sinking in there, which is amazing. The concealer doesn't look too dry. Obviously, please ignore this mound near my eye. It doesn't look too dry. I do have a lot of green fallout right now, so I'm just going to try and like get rid of that. I was quite scared that the concealer was going to be like way too dry, especially considering it's not the hydrating formula, but I mean, you can see it's done really well. The powder I love. It's kind of smoothed out my face. It's not made anything patchy or cakey or anything like that. The bronzer is beautiful. You can see the sheen that it's given here. You can see, oh, I love a glowy bronzer. The blush trio, I mean, look at that. Look at my cheek. I'm in love with how my cheeks look right now. I'm not even going to lie. Love that. Highlight is gorgeous. I know you didn't quite see that on camera and I can only apologize, but it is stunning. You can really see it there. The eyeshadow, really, really pretty. No patchiness, no skipping, pigmented. Like the shimmers are really genuinely just lovely. The eyeliner is nice. I'd say that the eyeliner is, you know, one of the only things in this video that could have done a bit better. It was a little bit stiff. You can kind of see the metallic-ness of it though. Like, it's nice. It's a nice product. It's not wowing me though. The lip liner, no. No. The formula is fine. The formula is nice. The shade is just so pale. Very, very pale, very, very pink. Not necessarily what I go for. I can't see myself using this very much. And then this is just like a go-to. Anyway, I love this. I live, breathe, and die for this. So, beautiful. So only two things that I could kind of like, well, this one is never going to be used again. And then this one, it's fine. I could take it or leave it. The rest has been amazing. The rest of this video, I'm so impressed with how this video has come out. Even though I've been filming for an hour and a half, because my camera decided to just decide, nah, we've had enough today. Great. I'm so impressed with this. I love this so much. I think it's such a nice look. And I love it. I really do think that some Revolution products are better than high-end and some are just absolutely awful. Like, either or, you know, either or. I'm overall really, really happy with this look. Let me know down below if you've tried any of these products. What brand should I try next? I'm thinking e.l.f., but it could be anything. Remember, we need 150 likes on this video to do that video, just so I know that you guys really want to see it and it'll be kind of worth me splurging, because as I said, e.l.f. is really expensive now. I don't know what happened. But this is it. This is the end of this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, definitely like and subscribe, because I'm doing a lot more of these kind of deep dive videos. I hope you had an incredible day, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.